The idea of key signatures is simply to simplify all the accidentals, sharps or flats in a key or in a scale. Okay, so if we're gonna write, I'll just do this for now. We have our C major scale. It's supposed to be a C major scale, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, okay? C major, no sharps or flats, and so this area to the right of the clef is where you would write a key signature. What is the point of a key signature? A key signature, and I'm going to write another one down here. Key signature, if we write a G major scale, G major scale, C, D, E, F sharp, G. That's a G major scale. It has an F sharp, so remember we're going to follow our formula whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. It works out. F sharp is the only accidental in the G scale, or the key of G. That's okay to write it in front of the note here, especially because we don't have that many, but you could also write it here, okay, just that place where I circled above. This is the area where you would write the key signature. Okay, the key signature tells you whatever is sharp or flat for the entire piece of music that you're writing. If it's two measures, both measures have F sharps, which means all Fs will be sharp. Not only the Fs that are written here, but an F that was written here, or an F that was written here. These are all going to be F sharps wherever you are. And let's say this is written for piano, and so these are connected. This F sharp is written here. This F sharp is written here. It means that all notes written anywhere will be sharp. So I'm writing this with a F sharp as the key signature. So I'm going to be writing this D, E, F sharp, G, A. Well, let's just look at that. It looks like I'm just writing D, E, F, G, A, but because we wrote this, it means that all Fs will be sharp, all of them. That's the whole point of a key signature. It's to simplify. Instead of writing this before every single F in this song or this piano piece or whatever you're writing or playing or listening to, that gets to be complicated and there's too much information to sort through visually when doing something like that. If everything is in the key of C and you only have 7 notes that repeat all over the place, then you don't really need a key signature and you don't need sharps and flats. You just hear the same 7 notes over and over and over again. Which may be great if that's what you want to hear. But chances are there's more that needs to happen musically in what you're hearing or what you're playing or what you're going to write. And so one sharp seems like maybe not a big deal. You could just write it in front of the Fs. But things get complicated when you have, let's say, a bunch of flats or sharps in the key signature. Okay, so this is the key of D flat major. This is D flat major. That means if I were to write this, which looks a lot like we're starting on D, but we're not. We're starting on D flat because look, there's a flat on the D line, which means all Ds, not just Ds on this line here, but all Ds will be flat. Okay, and so we can reference this over here, and we can see which notes are flat. The first one is a B flat. Okay, and you can't say, oh, this flat is a B, because if there's a flat on it, it has to be called a B flat. All right, the first one. If we go to the right, which will be this, would be the second one. That's an E flat. This third one is an A flat. This one is a D flat. and this this one is a G flat. That means that anytime you have any of these notes in this piece of music, they will be flat. So this note is a D flat. This note is an E flat. This is a regular F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat. If we were to go through, our formula would stay true here. Whole, whole, half. Well, I might as well finish. Whole, 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 half. Right. So the point of the key signature here is instead of going through this and writing D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, and another D flat, it's much easier, especially if you're writing more than one major scale in an octave where you just have 8 notes and 2 of them are the same. This key signature tells you for the entire rest of this piece, let's say you're playing a 5-minute indie rock song or a, hour and 20-minute symphony, these key signatures are so important because it clears up the actual music so you don't have to, you're not inundated with, all of this stuff. This is really hard to read when you already have notes and rhythms and dynamics and tempos and all kinds of other indications by the composer. This is a mess. Not allowed. That's what the key signatures are for. They simplify the music.